Nothing really prepares you for when your kid says, like, Mom, I'm transgender. It's hard to hear, you know, because it's going to be a difficult road, and it would be easier if they weren't. But I was really honored she had the courage to tell me.
It was a bit scary because I'm not quite sure how my mom was going to react. She was supportive. She didn't act out or anything. She was just like, that's great. And she has been helping me ever since.
She was 9 when she told me. She was at a Catholic school. The priest and the principal both said, you know, she's disgracing God by not accepting the body he gave her, and, you know, it's sinful, and that it's not fair to make everybody around her uncomfortable like that. It was a huge blow to her. It was pretty traumatic.
Las vidas de Genevieve y Yasmín, de 13 años, dieron un vuelco con la segunda elección de Donald Trump. El presidente puso en marcha políticas transfóbicas.
This time around, he is emboldened, he has immunity, and there's no guardrails. Like, he has both the House and the Senate, no one to stop him. And so I warned people, like, this is gonna be bad, I might need to leave the country.
Cerca del 1% de los adultos de Estados Unidos se identifica como transgénero, lo que supone 2,3 millones de personas. Para todos ellos, el simple hecho de existir se ha convertido en un acto de resistencia.
With the stroke of my pen on day one, we're going to stop the transgender lunacy.
Desde que llegó al poder en enero, el presidente ha cumplido sus amenazas.
I effectively banned the chemical castration and surgical mutilation of minor children.
Entre sus primeros decretos, se restringe el uso de fármacos para la transición de género, se niega la existencia de personas no binarias y se prohíbe el deporte y el ejército para las personas transgénero. Cerca de 600 proyectos de ley contra la comunidad LGTB están siendo debatidos en Estados Unidos. A pesar del acoso y las agresiones, las medidas están siendo impugnadas y las comunidades se movilizan, como aquí en Oklahoma. Es uno de los estados religiosos y conservadores donde los republicanos llevan varios años desmantelando los derechos adquiridos por las personas trans.
It's almost like a duty, you know? We have to stand up for ourselves and we have to be able to protect ourselves, and this is our home too.
Let's go. We are one of the biggest political debates right now, which is really uncomfortable and scary. But you do what you can, you know, and you come out and you march. Trans rights are human rights. Trans rights are human rights. Woo! It's never an option when you're transgender to give up. You know, it's just you. And when you give up on your other people, you're just giving up on yourself as well.
Jessie tiene 19 años. Empezó a tomar testosterona el año pasado y le gustaría continuar con su transición médica. Pero para ello tendrá que marcharse de Oklahoma.
I've had to push back a couple things that I thought were going to get done sooner, like a top surgery consultation. I wish I didn't feel like I was waiting to live my life.
Hi, everybody! The things, but tidy is not one of them, I'll be honest.
I mean, keeping your house is so tidy.
Well, the parts you're seeing are tidy. I'm so proud of him every day. I think it's incredible. I think it's magical to watch anybody become. You know, to just watch somebody grow into themselves, figure out who they are. And he's so much more than transgender. So many people don't understand, like, that's a whole person. He's an artist. He likes Spider-Man. We watch YouTube videos together. He bounces on the trampoline at 19 years old, you know, incessantly. And, you know, okay, he's trans. Big deal.
I talked to my teacher about it because her kids are the Broken Arrow school. You don't think he was a boy?
The whole time?
When we were little, he would fart. He was so unhygienic.
Bro, come on.
He would beat you, like right in the face. Like he was awful.
On my dad's side of the family, I haven't seen my family since I transitioned, and he didn't tell any of them. He kind of feels a lot of shame.
I remember like I was at dad's, and Joanna had been like, "Your dad's just mourning his child," and I was like, "Mourning? Are you using the word mourning? Oh, I know what it's like to mourn.
Right.
Like, don't you start with me about mourning. You didn't lose anything."
Jessie estudia sociología, lo que le ha familiarizado con los fenómenos de discriminación y exclusión social de las minorías.
Transgender people are more likely to struggle with economic and social strife because they're more likely to be kicked out of their homes by parents because they are structurally persecuted against. You see that within housing applications that deny transgender people, job applications that deny transgender people more on average. This leads more often transgender people into drug addiction and homelessness.
Jessie planea mudarse con su novia este verano y quieren casarse tras terminar sus estudios.
We were 16 whenever like Jesse came out to me as trans, and like I remember him being nervous and being like, well, you know, can we still stay together and stuff? And I was like, yeah, like why would that matter? I was like, well, obviously I've been in love with you for 2 years already, and I've been in love with you, not the fact that you're a girl. You're still you, still my partner, so I guess, well, I've been in love with a man this whole time, so obviously. Yeah, because that is who you are, so.
Hi, I'm Jesse, and this is my voice. 15 minutes on testosterone.
Hi, I'm Jesse, and this is my voice. 1 year and almost 10 months on testosterone, almost 9 months maybe.
His mom gave him the injection, I think it was in your stomach?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, right in his stomach, and I was like, do you feel it running through your veins? Do you feel the testosterone running through your veins? And he was like, no, I don't feel any different. And then I took him to work. He went straight into work afterwards.
You've always been, you know, like my biggest supporter. You helped me with finding my own terms of masculinity and my own definition of masculinity that didn't have to be such a macho asshole guy that you see all the time.
Su transición social se ha completado y la médica está en proceso.
Howdy, how you doing?
Pero sus documentos de identidad aún reflejan su nombre anterior y su sexo femenino. Su abogado cree que el juez solo le permitirá actualizar su permiso de conducir.
So on my passport, if I need to renew it and my driver's license says male, but my passport says, or my birth certificate is female, they're just going to put female on my passport.
That is the most likely outcome. But I would inform people who are seeking to have their passport changed that you're giving them information about who you are.
Yeah.
And if you don't feel worried about being on a list or targeted by the government, the federal government right now, I would hesitate. I would make sure that you're fully
Jessie tendrá que mantener el sexo femenino en su pasaporte. Mientras tanto, puede contar con la ayuda de Josh, uno de los pocos abogados de Oklahoma que ayuda a las personas transgénero, ya que la mayoría temen las repercusiones.
They don't want to lose. They don't want to mess up relationships with the judges that were in the counties where they practice. They don't want to get into fights. We don't care about that.
When we do have the glimpse and opportunity to get those, because it's not just documents, those life-changing moments, I have seen people completely change their lives. And it's a great honor and to think that we've changed one person's life, because it's so fundamental to the identity of existing as a human. It's the dignity of being recognized on a most fundamental basic level that's why people can't understand it, because I take it for granted.
Los aliados como Josh son importantes para la minoría trans. Jessie también puede contar con su madre que lucha en Internet contra los influencers masculinistas, la principal fuente de información para los jóvenes estadounidenses.
They say that trans people are mentally ill, that they don't exist, you know, it's made up, it's some kind of social contagion, like you'll catch it from somebody If your kids hang out with trans people, they're going to become trans.
There's no such thing as too much masculinity if it's genuinely masculine. Genuine masculinity is not out here to hurt people. It's absolutely the opposite. It's out here to protect. And when bad things happen, they call traditionally masculine men. If you need a firefighter, you need a masculine man.
Stop it! Trans people are in danger because of stuff like this. These ideas of what women and men and femininity and masculinity have to be is dangerous. It causes people to become targets of hate and violence. Those are very real consequences. I have to be out there and do something. This is my child's life we're talking about. These are human lives we're talking about. It impacts me.
I want to send a message to my trans girlies. Listen, I love you guys. You are the absolute...
Jenny se ha hecho famosa en redes sociales, sobre todo en TikTok, donde tiene más de 100.000 seguidores.
Love and smooches. See y'all soon. Bye.
They are so loud about this hate. I'm going to be so loud about the love and acceptance. I'm going to be so loud about why that's wrong. And I'm not always nice about it.
Este vídeo está dirigido a familiares que votaron a Trump.
Whatever was more important than my son, your granddaughters, whatever it was, cheaper gas prices, cheaper eggs, more guns, Greenland now for some reason. I hope you get that, all of it. That's not true. It's not even true. I hope you suffer, honestly, I do. You fucking betrayed them, all of them, so many people. I'll never forgive you for it, ever.
They were not happy with me over that.
De vuelta en Wisconsin, Genevieve y Yasmín fueron a relajarse a la bolera. Pero acaba de salir un nuevo decreto presidencial.
It says that proponents of gender ideology movement are outrageously indoctrinating our children with a devastating lie that they are trapped in the wrong body. We gotta get out of here. We're not safe. I don't know, honey. What do you think? Do you feel safe with that?
No.
I love you. It's not fair, is it?
The executive order implies that it would be a criminal offense to support or engage in any kind of gender-affirming care to minors. They call it mutilation and child abuse. And then I feel like that's a natural progression that they could easily say, if you're caught getting this care for your child, you're going to be charged with child abuse, and maybe ICE, which is like the Gestapo over here, is going to come and like take your citizenship away, or who knows. They've been doing things that I never thought I would ever see in this country. So anything could happen, I feel like.
Muchos estadounidenses LGTB quieren marcharse, pero pocos pueden permitírselo. Genevieve ha dado el paso. Para proteger a su hija ha decidido dejarlo todo. Ha vendido su casa y planea mudarse este verano a un país que le parece más tolerante, Uruguay.
It's like a tricky balance to find the right place. Because not only do they have to be able to provide gender-affirming care, but I have to consider how difficult or easy it is to immigrate there as an American. Like, can I afford to live there? I never would have guessed that that's what I'd be doing this year, so. I deal with the guilt of I should stay and stand up, but I also feel like I did a lot. I went out there and canvassed, I tried, and now I just have to consider what's best for my family and me. And when it's safer, I'll come back.
All right, so this experiment uses this stuff, hydrogen peroxide. I'm worried about like living and stuff, like how it would be to live there. But I'm also kind of excited to get out of this place because they just keep hating us more and more. And that's not going to help with anything.
I think it'll be an adjustment and there'll be some challenges, but
I share that optimistic, it's an adventure. We're going to learn a lot, we'll grow from it. Yeah. Sweetie, love you too.
Uno de los decretos que Donald Trump firmó en enero prohíbe medicamentos y procedimientos de transición en menores. Muchas clínicas han suspendido las consultas a adolescentes trans, incluso en algunos estados demócratas, por miedo a perder su financiación. Yasmín, que nació con sexo masculino, siente desde pequeña que es una niña. Le diagnosticaron disforia de género, que designa el sufrimiento relativo a la discrepancia profunda entre la identidad y la percepción de los demás. Gracias a su madre, consiguió un bloqueador de pubertad después de que se cancelara su cita inicial.
I was feeling worried, angry, sad, all of the things, because I was angry at the government for doing that. I was sad that they were doing that, and I didn't know what was going to happen next. And I was worried because how am I supposed to know if I could just get my rights taken away? I go to in public school, and I kind of keep that I'm transgender hidden, so not many people know. It's kind of hard doing that because, there's going to be signs that you're going through male puberty eventually, so you got to make sure you get on a hormone blocker early. You got to do all this stuff so nobody finds out, which is really hard and stressful because it puts a lot of anxiety that somebody's going to find out on you. I don't want to be known as transgender because people see transgender as different or weird. I just want to be known as a normal girl.
Gender dysphoria is real, so there's a lot of statistics supporting the fact that people who identify as a gender different from what their body or sex assigned at birth is have these very significant feelings, and we see that in data that people who are gender nonconforming have higher rates of depression, higher rates of suicide, higher rates of anxiety, and so that comes from somewhere.
En el clima de ansiedad que se vive en los Estados Unidos de Trump, TJ es el único sanitario especializado en el acompañamiento de personas trans que ha aceptado hablar con nosotros.
So gender affirming care is any kind of medical care that helps people be who they feel they authentically are. The day after the election, I had an influx of visits specifically related to anxiety, depression. My schedule back-to-back was just seeing young adults and youth who felt like they didn't know how they were going to live another day in a world where someone who doesn't recognize their identity as being valid is in charge of our country.
Proud and more thankful that I am right here in San Francisco in California. Because as queer and trans people and immigrants and anyone who's considered other is under attack, this is a sanctuary state, this is a sanctuary city. No matter how they may try and erase us, deny us health care, take away our rights, trans people are here, we have always been here, and we will always be here.
Spectrum is a special show that only happens when we need it. And boy, baby,
do we need it?
Baby, we need
it. Spectrum se creó por primera vez como reacción a la elección de Trump en 2016. El espectáculo recauda fondos para asociaciones que ayudan a personas transgénero. También permite a la comunidad LGTB reunirse y apoyarse cuando la atacan. Es la respuesta de Joy the Tiger, hombre transgénero y artista aéreo, a la violencia política.
Art is the only way to fight. Art and love. You know, look at the people who fight with hate. Where does that get them? It's also, that's all I know how to do. I don't know how to fight with anger. I've never really been very good at that. Back when I used to get beat up more, I would maybe get a punch in, but usually I would just drop to the ground and curl into a little ball. and wait. Like there's, what's the point of trying to hit people back? They just hit more. Or you hit someone, I don't know if you've ever hit somebody before, but it doesn't feel good. The first time he got elected, I wanted to curl up in a ball, and that was the first time that I put this show on. I didn't really do anything for a few days. I didn't know what to do. I'm just like this one little person in this whole crazy machine. Well, I know how to do circus, maybe I can do that. And it got me out of the hole.
Our next performer is doing the work. Please, put your hands together for Honey Mahogany. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, it's a new day, it's a new life for me.
Honey, mujer trans, activista y artista, dirige una oficina del ayuntamiento dedicada a cuestiones transgénero. También ha creado el barrio trans de San Francisco. Gracias a estas iniciativas únicas en el mundo, la ciudad lucha contra la discriminación y apoya a los lugares públicos en sus esfuerzos por la inclusión.
Okay, so these sidewalks, you can already see the pink, white, and blue. These are the trans flag colors, and they mark the entering into the trans district. The transgender district was created really to empower the community to advocate for the things that they need, especially when it comes to things like access to affordable housing, access to employment opportunities, spaces that affirm them, celebrate our history, and also the creation of events that serve our community. Hi, how are you?
You know we love you and support you.
Yeah, me too. It's so
Vote
good
for
to see
Honey,
you.
whatever she wants.
No, I'm not ready for anything.
Whatever she's doing.
You look fabulous.
We love Honey.
Yes. We have been marching and working towards progress in this country. I think we've seen the expansion of rights for women, for people of color, for the LGBTQ community, and this is the first time in my lifetime that I've seen the visible rollback of rights, at least to this level and this extent. Some could say that we are heading towards a trans genocide in this country.
En San Francisco, la Semana Santa se parece a un carnaval LGTB. Este año, las hermanas de la indulgencia perpetua, las drag queens que organizan el evento, lo han dedicado a la defensa de las personas trans.
Trans people are an incredible gift to the world. We show the world what is possible. I'm very, very proud to be trans. Regardless of what happens politically, regardless of what laws are passed, I am so grateful that I was able to live this life in this experience.
Stand up, fight back! When trans rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back! When trans kids are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back!
It's really important that everyone have the trans communities back, because when we're gone, they're coming for everybody else next.
Bless the queer, bless the trans, bless the bi, bless the pan.
When drag queens are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back! What do we do? Stand